So this weekend, George Clooney decided to hold a gigantic fundraiser for Hillary Clinton. Actually, he held two. First one was in San Francisco, and then on Saturday night, there was one here in LA. It turns out there was a counter-protest, though, which made for very interesting news. I'll get to that in a second. First, let me tell you all about the Hillary Clinton fundraiser going on. Well, here were the attendees, George and Amal Clooney. It makes sense. They're the ones throwing it. And they're obviously, George Clooney, very famous Hollywood star, and Amal Clooney is a human rights activist, so that's great. Jeffrey and Marilyn Katzenberg, also enormously wealthy folks from Hollywood, usually heart in the right place, fought for human rights in a lot of ways too. So I'm not saying these are bad guys, I'm just telling you who's attending. Steven Spielberg, you guys all know as the director, his wife Kate Capshaw. Haim and Cheryl Saban, you might not know that much about. They're also in media, owners of Univision and the Mighty Power Rangers. And from what I understand, are left-wing on social issues. That's why they give to Democrats, presumably. I don't know much about that. They are not left-wing on the issue of Israel. They are very much neocons on that issue. And so some of Hillary Clinton's positions are unsurprising, given that, by the way, the Sabans are among their largest donors in the history of Hillary and Bill Clinton. So they've given them an enormous amount of money, so this is not anything new. Now, again, their heart might be in the right place in terms of most of the issues, and if you believe that the best answer in Israel is the most right-wing answer, then you love that they're giving money to Hillary Clinton and keeping her on the right path. Okay, now other faces and names you might recognize: Jane Fonda, Ellen DeGeneres, Portia de Rossi, Jim Parsons, James Cameron, obviously also a very famous director, and a lot of people I like on that list, and a lot of people who are definitely liberals, progressives, etc., but also enormously wealthy. And so the ticket price for the Hillary Clinton fundraiser, if you're going to sit at the kids' table, is $33,400 a person. Now, if you'd like to influence Hillary Clinton in the right direction and you don't happen to have $33,000, sorry. Okay. Now, but as I said, that's just a warm-up. If you'd like to co-sponsor the event and sit at the adults' table, that price tag is $353,000. How's that for a dinner? I hope that dinner is fantastic. I'd want to stay at that buffet for a long time. But it's some chance they're not paying for the food. They might be paying for access. Again, some of these people, they've got their priorities that are very similar to our priorities, and I'm glad at least they get to influence politicians in some way. But should the system be set up in a way where only the enormously wealthy get to be in the room with presidential candidates and influence them? Probably not, as you're going to see and hear actually from George Clooney himself. But before we get to that, I want to show you a video of what happened. So it turns out, as Clooney's doing this, 6 doors down, Howard Gold, who is a Bernie Sanders supporter, decides, you know what, let's do a fundraiser where everybody comes in and gives 27 bucks. Now, are we going to raise a lot of money that way? No, but the point is to show the disparity, because that is the average donation given to Bernie Sanders. So Howard pays for the dinner, and whatever money they raise, they send to the Sanders campaign. But he had one other idea. Well, I'm 6 doors down from Clooney. Hillary Clinton's limousine is going to drive by. So he got out $1,000 bills from the bank, and they decided they'd throw it at her limo, because maybe then she'll pay attention, right? How foolish, $1,000? No, you have to throw $353,000 at her to get real attention, right? But nonetheless, they did it, and it was, it made for an interesting video, and it got a lot of people talking. Let's watch.
We're in the money. We're in the money. We got a lot of what it takes to get along. We're in the money. The skies are sunny. Old man depression, you are through. You're done.
Okay, by the way, that was real money. It wasn't Monopoly money. And you could tell the neighborhood's rich because nobody's diving for it. Keeping it real, okay? So now, the person who was affected by this was George Clooney. And he actually had a great statement to make. He said, yes, I think it's an obscene amount of money. I think that, we had some protesters last night when we pulled up in San Francisco, and they're right to protest. They're absolutely right. It's an obscene amount of money. He said the Sanders campaign, when they talk about it, is absolutely right. It's ridiculous that we should have this kind of money in politics. I agree completely. Okay, so wonderful. Mission accomplished. They got some good attention to that cause, and that's where the story could have ended. Okay, of course, it didn't end there, because if you're going to have a positive story for Bernie Sanders, it cannot stand. The Hillary Clinton team must bury it. So they start to question why Howard Gold did it. Now, you don't have to question it. He says why he did it in the press. He says, quote, "She is the most militaristic of any of the candidates. I really think she is." Okay, which is, among the Democrats, unquestionable. Of course she's more militaristic. She bragged after winning some important elections on March 15th that her foreign policy was going to be, quote, more muscular, not than Bernie Sanders, that's obvious, but more muscular than President Obama's. Like Obama, kind of a wimp. Hillary Clinton's going to come in there and do some real bombing. Okay, so obviously Howard Gold doesn't like that. He doesn't like the influence of money in politics, and so he does this counter-protest. So the Clinton camp decides, well, they're going to strike back, and boy, they're hurting for excuses here. So listen what they say. Christina Reynolds, a campaign spokesperson, says, "We frequently hear about how much money Senator Sanders is raising. Maybe he can send a few of those $27 donations to the DNC and state parties across the country to help the party he hopes to lead." In other words, well, yes, Hillary Clinton raises millions of dollars from very, very wealthy people, but she shares some of it with the rest of the Democratic Party. Now, as I've explained in a previous story, no, the Democratic Party helps launder that money back to Hillary Clinton through the state parties as well. So she's sharing a little bit, but mainly money laundering back to her own campaign. So it's the DNC helping Hillary Clinton a lot more than it is Hillary Clinton helping the DNC. But they have the nerve, while they're doing a $353,000 plate fundraiser, to turn around and tell Bernie Sanders, yeah, how come you're not sharing your $27 with the rest of the party? Corruption through and through.